All right, this is at Oakey and the North Main looking south. Excuse me, Oakey and South Main looking south. Okay, that's the stratosphere there. And the people who was developing the stratosphere, they wanted to buy a lot of the property around the stratosphere. I think a few people they didn't want to sell. I don't know exactly, what was the outcome, but eventually the property adjacent to the stratosphere, as we looking, it's a little open lot now. Used to be some car lots over there, and I think a few commercial buildings. I think it was a mechanic shop or something. I can't exactly remember. But eventually I guess they sold out. Okay, we're looking north now on Main from Oakey. And over there in that lot there, that used to be a bunch of apartments, but they're gone now. Been gone for quite a while. This particular lot there, I can't remember exactly what was there. But a lot of the area here is changed. I guess the demographic changed, so a lot of the people moved out. It's a growth problem here. I think Vegas, they are, they mainly cause their own problems because they allow growth to happen here when it really shouldn't. And when you have growth and then in certain other spots, you have just a ghetto develop where you don't have any people to support anything, and it creates a lot of problems. Now, some of these businesses here, it's mainly no apartments around here, and most of everybody's just passing through. They're not going to stop. They're just going somewhere, and they don't hang around here in this particular area. So it's really hard for some of these businesses to survive without the apartments and the people, the foot traffic and stuff like that. But mainly what the city is doing now, this is like they trying to develop this particular area into like an antique art district. I think that's what they call it, is the art district. And they trying to bring yuppies into the area, and they trying to bring, I guess I think they're going to bring a lot of more high rises and stuff like that, where this would be, the yuppies hangout, things that they enjoy, like getting some yoga classes in, going to a restaurant, or buying some artwork or stuff like that. This particular building here, this used to be a bar, it was a pretty good bar too, and a lot of people in the neighborhood, enjoy coming here, had regulars and stuff like that. But I think eventually a lot of these, I can look in the back here and it looks like a bunch of apartment buildings that's abandoned back there. So, it's a problem. Vegas they cause their own problems, I think, mainly because they allow growth to happen when it really shouldn't have. They should have mainly tried to keep people concentrated in certain areas to support the businesses instead of allowing growth to happen way out in the middle of nowhere, and mainly just letting the inner city die. Okay, this is at Utah and Maine. That particular building there, I think it was hard to get people to come here, you know, and rent. Although the rent was kind of reasonable, it wasn't, you know, that bad. But now it appears that a lot of the artists are moving in now, and I think they're taking over a lot of these buildings. They still got a few like regular businesses like car dealerships, furniture stores and stuff like that too, and mechanic shops. Okay, now that the repeats, that's one of the, I guess, antiques, vintage, antique collectibles. I don't know exactly what it is, what it means by that. Anyway, it's a lot of antique shops moving in, and they still got some, I guess, a lot of businesses that cater to other businesses, like supply stores and stuff like that too here on the street. But mainly it's a lot of antique shops are moving in, and a lot of businesses that cater to yuppies, to the yuppie crowd. Alright, this is one of the collectible shops here. They got a lot of, I guess, antiques and collectibles. It's looking back south of Maine. And that's what's happening. A lot of businesses, they cater to, I guess, people that's got money, you know, a lot of extra money laying around that they can buy stuff. Not necessarily before, it was just only the people, the necessities, you know, businesses that had necessities. Okay, this is another antique shop here. You got all kind of antiques. Modern antiques. Let's say modern mantiques. Whatever that means, I don't know. Anyway, it's all a yuppie thing now, you know. And I noticed a lot of restaurants are moving in here too. I think this was a good spot for restaurants. I don't know why, but it appears that, you know, that some restaurants are moving in. All right, this is at Colorado and Maine and South Maine. Looks like some of the storefronts are being like rezoned. It's like they letting like yuppies, businesses come in, like espresso shop or yoga class storefront. Now, this is a yuppie thing too. It's like vintage clothing things, you know. The yuppies are into like vintage clothing. So yeah, it's a yuppie thing, you know. And that's a furniture store over there. I don't know. There used to be a bunch of furniture stores up and down South Maine, and even on North Maine, there was a few furniture stores over there too. Okay, this is another little yuppie fashion center here, store, and pan across the street here. That's one of the restaurants there. It's like a Mexican restaurant, and over there, that's what it looked like they're having a furniture store opening up over there. And it's a couple more think restaurants are down the way there too. This is almost before Charleston. This is at California and South Main. Okay, this is another little vintage antique clothing, art. They got everything in here. Anyway, this is like near California, between California and Charleston on South Main. And that's the urban coffee shop across the street. It's another, look like it's another coffee shop right on, it's called something nuts, brewery. I don't know what that is. Anyway, this is all on South Main, between Charleston and California. All right, this is Charleston and Main, South Main, and for a long time, some of these buildings and stuff, it's hard to get people to come in and lease. But I guess the city think by rezoning and stuff and turning it into an art district, like people gonna come. I don't know, you know, but kicking the poor out just because they don't have money to move to Summerlin or Green Valley, you know, that's really kind of pathetic. Okay, this is right off of Charleston. There's a lot of empty buildings over there. A lot of businesses used to be in there. I don't know if the city like rezoned them and kicked them out. I don't know exactly what happened. Anyway. It's a lot of empty buildings. I think they're trying to like get people that they like to come in, you know, like the yuppie crowd, the businesses that cater to the yuppies. Okay, this is right off Charleston, and it's on South Main, right off of Charleston. And I guess this is like a little park here or something. I don't know what they're doing here. This is the art district. One thing about the city of Las Vegas is the people who run it are very odd, very strange type of people. And I think a lot of the businesses is hard to, like, the business owners, it's hard to kind of work with the city. I know, well, anyway, it's a complex thing. I mean, mainly because I think the people who actually live here, they don't really necessarily get involved a lot into the politics, because a lot of people are really low income. They work for work probably in the casino district, and they just don't have the time to get involved. Okay, this is the little empty spot here. I don't know if this was the Opportunity Village that got burned down. I don't know. Can't remember what this lot was. Anyway, it's gone. Look like they're trying to redevelop it or something. They wanted to look like that. So I don't know what's going on here. The city's got a lot of dreams. Mainly, they want somebody to come here and upgrade the property, so they can get more money in taxes.